I told you I have to do like a screenshot thing video. I'll do it after. Like, bro. Oh, you're right. Well, how the heck would she know?
You just have to like. I don't know, but here.
Imagine life. It's so weird to do that in front of you.
Well, you're gonna do it in front of everyone else.
I know. That's cool though. Oh wait, but how do I? So if I,
your camera's wide on that thing.
Well, that is a bigger laptop. I can edit it where I can only see from the side. But look, so you see how it like says live?
Yeah.
So if I send this, I text this to you. You can do it before. Why did I fix it? Okay, let's do the ending. So I text you this. Oh, you're on my. Okay, I'll go on my phone. Since your phone's right there. Oh yeah, you can. So if I go on my phone, does it show? Maybe it's because I'm logged in. It is. Let me log out on my phone before we actually do that. Can I log out? We'll switch to this. See, now it shows like there's
right.
That's cool.
All right, you got 15 minutes, girlfriend.
Okay. Do you want to see what he texted you?
Huh?
Someone texted you.
It was you, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was me. You're right.
You texted me,
Goob. Okay.
Hold on, I'm going to set this timer down here. I use this timer for everything. It's to keep me on track. So now we know.
Okay. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. Ready? Imagine living with a physical disease that affects every aspect of life. This is what people afflicted with a genetically inherited disease called cystic fibrosis experience. From the moment... Oh, that's not right. Pause. Oh, wait, that is right. In living a life within the limits of disease, a life that will ultimately be cut short. You see, I have watched two friends suffer from cystic fibrosis my entire life. I know firsthand what it is like to watch someone whose mind is clear but who are medically challenged by the effects of the HERS disease. My beliefs are towards the importance of living your best life by not sweating what I consider the small stuff comes from watching people I love suffer from what I now consider big stuff. I have learned the importance of helping to breathe life into cystic fibrosis through fundraising, community awareness, and volunteering to help people who find it challenging to function physically. Most people do not know what CF is and how CF cultural diversity affects their workplace or how it affects the lives of the ones you love. Before I tell you more, I want to show you a picture of a normal lungs versus someone who has with working lung. I also have a photo of a girl before a lung transplant. Cystic fibrosis is the name of a disease given to people diagnosed with an inherited recessive gene. Both parents passed on their mutated CF gene. The parents are both carriers of the mutated gene. It is not something you can catch. It destroys lungs by the production of thick, sticky mucus that is difficult, if not impossible, to expel. The pancreas does not function properly, inhibiting the body's ability to absorb necessary nutrition. Furthermore, CF causes numerous distinctions in stomach issues. The decline in lung function eventually leads to lung failure, resulting in a double lung transplant. Most cases, feeding tubes are often necessary in order to keep on weight. Special care must be taken to stay away from other CFers because of communication, immune system. There is always a chance of a transplant rejection and resulting in death. A recent movie called 5 Feet Apart deals with subject. It also talks about how CF patients must be cautious by one another because they are known to carry bacteria which could kill them. Leading a productive life requires learning to cope with the disease in ways that keep you as healthy as possible. Someone with CF might not be physically well suited for working long hours and only be able to work limited hours due to disability insurance. In doing my research, I came upon a story of a girl named Ellie who works full-time. Ellie travels the world, speaking on behalf of other CFers to inform the public about preventing the disease. Ellie describes her speaking engagements as being exhausting, overdoing it because of her physical setback. Ellie speaks about how difficult it is to know where to draw the line between rest and activity. She said that she has a good and bad days, with the bad days often lasting longer than she anticipated. Ellie is a prime example for someone that doesn't let herself cultural differences or physically handicap keep her from working a full-time job. Many employees do not want to hire people with a chronic illness. Employees suffering from cystic fibrosis have difficulty keeping a job for a variety of reasons. There are numerous doctor's appointments required to monitor health issues. Illnesses such as pneumonia, extreme fatigue, stomach issues, head and body aches all over prevented CFers from reporting to work or being consistently reliable. A multitude of surgeries are also necessary to install ports, feeding tubes, and more. There are a multitude of legal restrictions for employers to adhere to, which adds an element of risk and extreme paperwork. My friend who passed away was a skilled landscaper. He owned his own landscaping business. There were many occasions when he did not feel physically strong enough to do what his customers expected of him. As his disease progressed, he had to hire other people to do his physical labor. He eventually was no longer able to do the work and had to stop completely. One of the things that satisfied him the most was gone, not to mention his income. In fact, people with cystic fibrosis struggle to breathe as the disease progresses, and it does progress. They cannot usually hold down a full-time job. They must choose their jobs carefully so as not to expirate their ability to breathe, become exhausted, and more vulnerable to severe illnesses, such as pneumonia. They continue to live as productive lives as they can until the time comes, and they must rely on others to care for them. I chose to talk about cystic fibrosis and how it affects the working place because so many people are unaware of the disease. Approximately 30,000 Americans are amongst us suffering from cystic fibrosis because, however, I guess that many of you never heard of it. I hope that you found my speech enlightening. Cystic fibrosis is a death sentence. This was recently the case with one of my best friends. He and his sister were born 20 months apart. Both have CF and both had a double lung transplant. One transplant was a success, and the other failed with rejection, resulting in death at the young age of 28 after 4 short months of marriage. His sister is a newlywed, works as a special needs coordinator, and teaches yoga 2 days a week. 2 lives afflicted with the same disease, 2 different outcomes. To become involved in the fight against cystic fibrosis or learn more about it, visit www.cff.org. It is an excellent resource. Please consider getting involved or becoming an organ donor. You might just give someone a second chance at a beautiful life. Someone like my friend Morgan. Thanks for watching my channel and have a lovely day.